So where did the hatred for Gymcels actually come from? To understand this, you need to understand two phrases: the red pill and the black pill. Not the blue pill, you beautiful viewers. Some folks have fully passed by Morpheus and found a black pill instead. You also need to understand two disorders, well, maybe more like 2.5, depending on how you look at it: orthorexia, bigorexia, and body dysmorphia. I am going to drop a truth bomb at the end of this section that is going to tickle a lot of booties, so bear with me. The red pill, often a phrase used to signal a certain kind of woke, typically associated with more conservative values. While in theory harmless, if this Google search has anything to say, you'd think it was a terrorist organization. Lots of feminist hating and racism, but according to those in the group and the Matrix, where the reference was actually spawned from, it is a willingness to learn potentially unsettling or life-changing truths. Now, obviously, if you learned an unsettling or life-changing truth, it would change things. Remember when you learned Santa wasn't real? Allegedly. And suddenly, you became a little more lax with following the rules. You know, now that he's not watching you shower and gonna give you cola or whatever it is that he does. It's kind of like that. People who think they have learned something and believe it gives them license to act in a certain way. The black pill is similar, just a bit more fatalistic and extreme. These folks have often turned completely inward and have sworn off dating because of various issues around men's rights, family court systems, frustration with the dating market, and of course their own looks. The caveat here is that it is generally believed by them that there is just no hope for them, like a sort of relationship nihilism. Some people know this as MGTOW, aka men going their own way. Here's the problem with that though. What happens when you start building muscle? Your testosterone goes up. What happens when you don't have a partner to, shall we say, utilize those new hormones with? Well, it is something so ironic, I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't almost a cliche at this point, but OnlyFans and other forms of pornography. Yes, when you don't have a way to relieve yourself because your death grip on your glizzy has gotten so out of control that you barely feel anything, your most likely avenue for relief is OnlyFans or porn, due to the second and third law of porno dynamics. And this is as much a meme and a joke as it is dead fucking serious. The third law, written by Mary Harrington on her Substack, states, every taboo inspires an equal and opposite porn category. What she uses as an example is the people most often angered by and doing the most to take down power structures are also the person most turned on by the sub or bottom position in BDSM. But here's a much funnier example. Fraser Glenn Miller, the former head of the KKK, who was caught in the act, shall we say, with a black trans prostitute. The second law of porno dynamics, the law of FAP entropy, states that whatever arouses you will eventually become banal. You need more intense stimulation or visuals to get the same effect. To bring this all together, if you hate women and your hormones are skyrocketing, according to these two laws, you are the most likely candidate to go give them money because of Law 3, and will have to find a very niche kink creator to scratch whatever your itch is, which will likely cost more because of Law 2.
You serious?
And anybody who's thinking, oh, increasing your testosterone wouldn't do that, I implore you, after you finish watching this, to Google trend horror stories. But I digress. The thing you can confidently say about the people who have swallowed these two pills is that they're probably angry, single, and have read the book, The Rational Male, which has been sitting unread on my shelf for years, and that they don't know how to get out of this hole, don't want to, or just think it's pointless anyway. Does that sound similar to Gymcels? We got those gears turning yet, everybody? I promise it's all gonna make sense, so don't take that seatbelt off quite yet. But at this point in the video, I need to have a one-on-one with you, Michael. I did not think this is where a video about Gymcels would be going, but here we are. And if your name happens to be Michael and I freaked you out a little bit, you're welcome. Make sure you subscribe. On the other side of this coin is orthorexia, defined as an obsession with healthy eating and associated restricted behaviors. However, the attempt to attain optimum health through attention to diet may lead to malnourishment, loss of relationships, and poor quality of life. Bigorexia being a body dysmorphic disorder that triggers preoccupation with the idea that your body is too small or not muscular enough. Now, as of researching this, I just learned that bigorexia is now listed in the DSM under body dysmorphia. Wild. Because I remember when this was mostly just a meme on bodybuilding forums. But now for the booty tickling. I don't identify with any of these personally. Sure, back when I was coaching and training at Stimulus in Reno, Nevada, which I have a video linked above me, by the way, I was surrounded by pro bodybuilders and powerlifters, and I felt small. But that is because, by comparison, I was. I've had periods where I became disenfranchised with dating because dates kept going nowhere. I've been frustrated seeing great dads get screwed in family court, but these things, much like a Gymcel, only become bad at their extremes, where you suddenly begin to believe it gives you license to treat people like shit. I know that was a lot, but there is even more context explained in that top video right there. Click that and I'll see you there later.